It's like, nigga, how can you talk so long about nothing? It's like, nigga, I don't know. I called him out the other day. I was like, nigga, you really don't think before you speak. He's like, not at all.
You have like 20 girls.
Yeah.
After Cardi B, bro, I was pushing like 30, 40, bro, at the club. I've had some ugly girls try to apply for dancers, and I've looked at them and been like, no, we're not hiring right now. And they look at me like,
like, how could you?
How could you?
Yo.
Yo, we back again, Vice City Mafia podcast. I'm your boy, Cross-Eyed God. I got my main man here, Chino the GOAT, and we got Shook, a.k.a. Shook the Room. Bow. What's up? What's popping today, man?
Dude,
what we got going on?
I got a funny ass story to tell y'all, actually. It revolves around Shook, actually.
I don't know. What's the story? All right, what's the story?
It depends what it is. So
all right,
don't
so just hear me out. Just hear me out. All right, so this weekend, I spent the weekend with Shook, right? We were chilling, we had a couple things to do, yada, 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 right?
Yeah.
So I asked him as a favor, I'm like, hey, yo, listen, I got this chick I want to bring over like, to the crib. And I'm like, yo, bro, just let me bring a chick over. He's like, you know what? All right, fuck it. Just do your thing, right? So I'm like, all right, bet. So I tell this nigga, like, yo, this is the time she's going to be coming around. I'm going to go to dinner, bullshit. Came back to the crib. And then I'm like, I walk in the door. I was not expecting this nigga to be there at all. Because I was like, not
expecting me to be in my house.
So moral of the story, right? So I walk in the door. I'm like, bro, what are you doing in my house? You're still here? And this nigga looked at me like so confused, and he's like, he's like, okay, and just let me do my thing.
Because I'm a real one, nigga. Because I'm a fucking real one.
And he's like, what are you doing in my house,
nigga? And it took everything in me to not snap on this nigga, bro. To not be like, nigga, bro, I can't even tell you that.
Bro, and it was like, I could see it in his face. I'm like, and we made direct eye contact, and it was like that awkward, like 5 seconds.
But Shorty didn't see it. It was the important thing.
It was just more like
Shorty didn't see it. And this nigga did what he needed to do. You know what I mean?
Shout out.
And got kicked out my own goddamn house. Ain't that a bitch? And I looked like the fuck nigga. You know what I mean? Like, shit, I'm still in this nigga's space.
Yo.
God damn.
Imagine the conversation when you left. Chino's like, yeah, that nigga's always doing that.
Yeah, bro, this nigga's just always at my crib. He won't never leave.
Bro, and then next thing you know,
he's a bum. He don't got money.
This is my penthouse, baby.
So whatever, right? And then after he gets back home, he's like, dude, what the fuck? I'm like, bro, I don't know how to react. I just reacted.
Hey, but she gonna.
What are you doing in my house?
She is gonna find his way into some pussy, nigga. I guarantee that. If he don't think quick about nothing, he thinks quick about some pussy, nigga. That nigga becomes a magician, bro. Yeah. Master of words too. You know what I mean? He be dropping shit that he'll be like, hey, have you ever thought about how the sun really is going to go extinct at some point in time, and we only have fucking this long on. Fuck.
And the chick is just there like, yeah. The chick is just there like, yeah.
Yeah, bro. Yeah. Yo, I've witnessed it, bro. Yeah. I've witnessed Cheese game. And bro, sometimes it's just so crazy to me. He'll be like, yeah, baby, I'm gonna take you over here and do this, do that. And the girl's like, yeah. And then comes to me later and she's like, I really like him. I'm like, bro, this nigga.
No, she has the fantastic capability to talk forever about nothing. Yeah. That is the thing, you know what I mean? So a girl will stay entertained because there's never a drop in silence. Never. And I was just like, nigga, how can you talk so long about nothing? It's like, nigga, I don't know. I called him out the other day. I was like, nigga, you really don't think before you speak. He's like, not at all.
Anyways,
you should tell him the story about the Popeyes.
Oh,
the Popeyes story. Yeah.
Okay, so we're talking about his game.
Yeah,
but there was a time.
Oh, yeah,
there was a time.
Popeyes story.
But every warrior has his day. You know what I mean?
So, okay, so
I feel some type of way about this one.
There is a story, right, where Chino, was feeling himself, had a couple conquests recently, and was just slaying shit really. And then so we go to we go to Dayland Food Court first of all. Yeah. You know what I mean? And we was going to eat healthy because we working out, we trying to stay on the healthy shit.
Jiu-jitsu.
And then Chino just doubles back. You know what I mean? And I was like, what the fuck? He's like, hey nigga, I'm gonna go to Popeyes. I was like, that shit ain't healthy at all, nigga. He was like, oh, come with me though. I was like, all right, bet. So I go get my little food. This long ass line at Popeyes, right? And this nigga just like walks up to the girl was she was working at Popeyes. She was probably I want to say like a 7. You know what I mean?
I don't know what the tattoos for me, bro. She was just covered in tattoos. I was like,
but you have a weird taste sometimes. You know what I mean? You have a good taste, but sometimes you like them like just really, really broken. You know what I mean? So,
I like a bitch with daddy issues. I love a bitch with daddy issues.
Yeah. So Chi just walks up to her and he's like, yo, so I'd like a number 4 and some large fries. Yeah. And why don't you put in your Instagram?
No, I asked for her number, actually.
Oh, you did?
I asked for her number.
Okay, why don't you tell it?
All right, so I asked for her number and everything like that. And she was like, oh, I can't give you my number. I'm like, why? She's like, oh, my man's right there. I'm like, man, fuck that broke nigga, bro. Like, yo, like, what the fuck? Yep.
Stunning on her the whole time. He was like, man, sometimes you just gotta level up. Fucking broke ass motherfucking bitch. And and then this poor dude, bro, we're already out the mall. This is like probably like 30 minutes later. Niggas
After we're done eating.
Yeah, done eating. Niggas leaving the mall. He sees him outside. He's like, broke ass nigga. Just like as he walks by, I'm just like, God damn. That shit. But at the end of the day, one, that's what that girl's supposed to do, even if her man's not there. Number two,
I'm a piece of shit.
Number 2, the nigga was right there. You know what I mean?
Yeah. So like, sometimes you just got elbowed up, baby.
I was so hurt because I was just like, bro, I was looking good. I got good clothes on, bro. I was wearing a nice little chain. I was stunning a little bit. And then she hits me with the, no, I want.
Yeah, but shout out to the real girls out there that keep it loyal.
Girls
always, bruh. So being in the club industry, I get a lot of questions. I'm blowing to the mic. I get a lot of questions, and people will be like, "Damn, bro, and you have a girl at home? How do you do it?" I go, "Yo, it's like a lot of self-discipline and looking at her and being like, no."
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like I'm saying no to like 10s, 12s, 9s, bro. You know, luckily my girl's a 10, so you know what I mean?
Yeah.
But like still, they tempt me a lot.
Yeah.
And I'll be like, nah.
Yeah.
Now, bro, every day a girl tempts me, in my head, I just think like, damn, bro, this bitch really just wants to break up a happy home, dude. Like,
no,
you know what I'm saying?
But this is the thing too. I feel like when you have a girl, you're more attractive to females, just from a biological perspective, right? Because they know that there's somebody that wants you enough to build a life with, right? So you have to have certain shit in order or you're giving great dick, you know what I mean? For them to fuck with you. Nigga, she was like, I'm not offering shit but great dick, bitch.
Hold on, money, nigga. I'm not sharing my money.
But anyways,
I think it's that girls just like breaking up homes.
No, bro. It's like companionship. Is okay. Check this out. Everybody wants to feel loved by somebody else, right? That's why we send kids to timeout as punishment. That's why there's solitary confinement because what's been shown across all communal animal species, especially humans, right, is that even people that are like, nigga, I'll do this shit on my lonely. It's because their heart is so cold, bro, because of whatever trauma they had early on, right? But the main thing, beyond money, beyond like any material possessions, beyond fucking like laughter or anything, is the sense of community, bro, that people want to have. You know what I mean? People want to feel like they belong to something bigger than themselves, bro. And so like when anybody is lonely for too long, that's when you start getting those weird like mental fuck ups, right? Like there was never a school shooter that was drowning in pussy, nigga. You know what I mean? Like, you know what I mean? Like it's when you have, and a lot of people that come out of prison and come out of solitary, bro, they talk about that fucking them up the most. Like Boosie talked about he wanted to be in Gen Pop because like fuck, like one, PC is with hella pedos and shit like that, right?
Yeah.
But just the fact that you can at least laugh with other people, bro, it means a lot. You know what I mean? Like just to feel like you're a part of a community, bro. So I think that's what, that's what girls want. I mean, that's what everybody wants, right?
Yeah.
Like the dude wants to feel like, yo, I'm leading up this team and I got her to support. And so when a girl sees that and she doesn't have it, which most strippers don't, you know what I mean? Like 99.9% of strippers don't have any stable anything really. You know what I mean? But definitely not no household, right?
Yeah.
And so because the thing is too, like if they do have a dude, because of what they do, their dude probably has a wandering eye. You know what I mean? Just how it is because it's what we call covert contracts, right? So basically like an overt contract is like, okay, you know what? I give you this, so you give me that, right? So like, you know, you come to the studio, you pay this, I give you a good recording, right? But the covert contracts, right, are the ones that you have to look out for, right? Because it's like, okay, like, oh, I'm gonna let you fucking talk crazy to me at home, but bitch, I'm gonna cheat on you on the low. You know what I mean? Like that. Those are the unsaid contracts that we write with people when we feel disrespected or angry or just like not thought of. Right?
I had a girl one time from the club tell me she said, "Fuck my nigga," and like during sex, and I was just like, yeah, fuck you, nigga.
Yeah. Because they want. That's what I'm saying. They want somebody to be a part of what they're feeling. You know what I mean? Because she can't scream that at home, so she's gonna scream it with you. You know what I mean?
I've heard some weird shit. Like, dude, I've messed with regular girls. I've messed with dancers, and bro, it's just a complete mix. Like, complete difference. Like, being with a dancer, bro, those girls are hurt. Like damaged, and I'm like, dude, I love it.
I feel like a lot of them do it because of the clout, because of the Cardi B wave. Like after the Cardi B wave, when I was in the club, bro, like we had a spike in dancers, bro. Yeah. Like I only have like 20 girls. Yeah. After Cardi B, bro, I was pushing like 30, 40, bro, at the club. Bro.
But the thing is, just like rap music glamorizes all the street shit. Yeah. Girls glamorize the idea of what it is to be a stripper, but a lot of them ain't built for that day in, day out grind of being a stripper.
And that's why we're gonna have a dancer on the pod.
Oh, for sure.
Just to tell them, bro, like how
what it's really like.
Bro, yeah. Because like these girls get lied to nowadays.
Yeah, and nigga, because it's like, okay, you see like the popping dancers and what they got and shit like that. But one, if they really balling, most of the time they're selling pussy. You know what I mean? Yeah. And then the other thing is too,
outside of the club.
It's a lot of for sure. Yeah, for sure. And
we do not condone selling pussy in the club.
Yeah, and then if they, excuse me, if shut up, bitch. if there's a lot of denial that goes on. You know what I mean? Because like you have to. They're going around begging, propina. You know what I mean? Like they're going around begging for like attention, right? Mm-hmm. And a lot of niggas will come there either without ample bread to really ball out and just have a drink, or if they do have bread, they're looking for something specific, right? Mm-hmm. So it's just like like even bad bitches, just like you might not be that nigga's type. You know what I mean? So like you're just gonna hear a lot of no's. You know what I mean? And for girls that think they super bad, you know what I mean, or they with it
until reality hits them in the face.
Yeah, and it's gonna hit you in the face literally 100 times a night.
Yeah, I've had like girls that are like threes, bro. Okay, there's a part I know people want to know about the club. So I've had not ugly, just not my cup of tea, or
anybody's
cup of tea, or even in like has the looks to be in the vicinity, or have that job. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. And they just have so much confidence. Yeah, and then they come to me and they're like, "I came over here to apply because you need some bad bitches."
Oh,
it's
God.
Like, bro, and dude, I've had like.
Girls that are like 300 pounds.
You know, I'm not going to even sugarcoat myself no more. I've had some ugly girls try to apply for dancers, and I've looked at them and been like, no, we're not hiring right now. And they look at me like,
like how could
you, bro? Yeah. Have you seen this body?
Yeah. You're
she's
like,
over there.
I'm looking at it right now.
Next thing all you got to do is
shaped like Santa Claus, bro. And she's over here looking at me like you're crazy for not hiring me. And then sometimes, bro, they'll get mad. Like I'll tell them, like I'll be like, hey, you just got to drop a little bit of weight, and then you could come and reapply. Because sometimes I just want to tell them like what it is, bro.
In this body positive environment, you can't do that though.
You're fat phobic.
Yeah, exactly, bro. And like, but no, like. How are you gonna spin on the pole if you're like pushing?
No,
like
but that's the other thing
you know
too.
What I mean?
Like I think they have an idea. Like, all right, have you ever seen like, have you been out at a party and seen a non-stripper try to pop it?
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And you're just like, bitch, you ain't got the muscles. You know what I mean? Like that you ain't doing it right. You know what I mean? Because I feel like, too, we get desensitized to that, too, because it's just like, all right, yeah, we see a lot of fake booty bitches, but they know how to move it, right?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And then you see just a regular girl, you know what I mean? And she's just like, you know,
Dude, she's
hard,
really trying.
Even the bad girls, like I've gone to clubs.
hard twerking.
And I've gone to clubs, you know what I mean? This girl came up to we started dancing, whatever, and then I'm like, okay, fish, she's bad as hell. She clearly knows what she's doing. She knows how to walk. Next thing you know, she's like doing me like the stank leg to the shit. I'm like, the fuck are you doing? Get off me.
Yeah.
And twerking's an art, bro.
Twerking is an art.
Yeah, you know what I think twerking is, bro? I think twerking is like the equivalent to like the peacocks showing their feathers.
Okay.
I feel like it's a mating call.
Yeah,
Like when girls are at the club and
For
they're
sure.
twerking,
Yeah.
it's like,
there's something
As
that
much as they don't wanna admit it,
there's
it
something
is.
hypnotic about
Yeah,
it. You know what I
yeah.
mean? Like when a girl's doing it right
Yeah.
and it's the beat, you can't help but like just be drawn in and shit.
Is that why you're addicted to Spanish women?
Huh? What? Huh? But no, but if they can move it to the beat or especially if like there's a beat switch and it's like or the one cheek, nigga.
Oh, yeah,
What?
yeah,
No,
yeah.
I'm like, bitch, you got some control.
Yeah,
you got
yeah,
some
yeah.
control. That's nice.
You know
That's
how to
nice.
twerk.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, when you could see when I see a girl that knows how to twerk, like I'll be mesmerized. Like I'll just look. And,
Yeah.
But I got a wife at home. I'm faithful. You know what I'm saying? I gotta say that a lot for the podcast.
Yeah, of course.
Like, you know what I
Of
mean?
course, of
But
course.
you know, you still get drawn into it. Like
course. Yeah. No, but that's what I'm saying. It is like a mating call, right? Because it's something where regardless of your self-control, you're just like, you know what I mean? Like, fuck. You know what I mean?
Every testosterone in my body is just
Bruh.
flushing down to my dick, just ready.
So what's the dude equivalent to that, do you think? Bread?
I mean,
Yeah, bread.
not only bread, but it's just also because I noticed this. Like I've gone to Wynwood, and I will go and buy like a section or buy a bottle, whatever the case
bread?
may be.
Yeah, bread.
You know what?
Exactly.
Yeah, but hear me out. So
Status.
Exactly. Fuck the
status.
status and all that shit, bro. I had this one homie, right? Bro, this nigga is somehow, some way a fat dude, right? Just pulled the baddest bitches, and to the
It's
point where
about bread.
nigga, he had no bread.
Actually, I can.
It's about looking like you have bread.
He
Oh,
didn't
no,
even look
okay,
like he had bread.
look.
He had a black t-shirt and jeans, bro. He looked.
No, go ahead.
Go ahead. No,
Sorry,
no, no.
sorry, go ahead.
Bro, this guy would literally go and like pull tens wearing fucking basketball shorts, slides, and a fucking wife beater. And I'll be looking at him like, yo, how do you do that?
Confidence.
Like, dude, yeah.
But I'm gonna, because I have a homie, you know what I mean, who he's a producer, nigga, also dope engineer, and he's recently lost weight, so I feel comfortable talking about this. But he used to be big, like big, right? And
Define big, dude. There's 5 stages of fatness.
he was big to where like he had to lose weight or he was gonna die before he was like 40.
Oh wow.
You know what I mean? Like he was morbidly
him. Shout out to
obese.
him.
Morbidly obese. He's gotten his life together. But this nigga was doing all the drugs, all the shit, just all the things you should not be doing when you that size. But this nigga had the mouthpiece, bro, where he could talk. He would insult a girl into wanting to fuck him. You know what I mean? And it was crazy, bro. But the thing was, his self-confidence was just at a place where it was this weird balance of he hated himself so much that he could pass that on to the next person and get them to hate themselves just as much as he hates himself, so they would fuck him.
Don't worry, I had my fair share of discriminating a couple women here and there.
But majority of the time, you know, you'll sleep with a girl that can't twerk. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But like the mating call for a man, like a man mating call, is that money. But the money is the feather.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
But I was gonna say, is that the same for white people? Are white guys fucking into, like, do they care about the twerk? Because I see some, like, you know what I mean? Like,
they're so accustomed to the Britneys with no ass. I mean,
no, I'm just saying, like, and a lot of them can't
I think
twerk.
they care about the twerk.
Do you?
Yeah.
Maybe not publicly.
Maybe not public.
I knew this guy. So I knew this guy, right? He told me he had a lot of money, and I thought this shit was pretty funny, right? He told me this. He's like, yo, I don't have like a crazy whatever big ass, schlong, right? And I'm like, okay, what the fuck? He's like, yeah, but guess what? Every $1 million I make adds an extra inch to my dick.
Yeah.
I was like, what the fuck?
Yeah, that's my story, nigga.
Yeah.
That's my homie, you fucking bitch.
He told me the same story too. I was because you told me that story, but I didn't. Not that I didn't. But
you gonna jack my story like it's your own? Of course you ain't.
Yeah, no.
That's why I still have half of your wardrobe in my house.
We could cut this. We could cut this part of the pod. But I was just sitting here looking at you like, did this nigga tell me this story? Wait. No, I told this nigga that.
Sometimes, she would say things to me, and then like it'll be like that's Chino's gift, bro. He'll tell you complete bullshit, but like he'll tell me in such a way that I'll be like this. I'll be like, damn, bro, this nigga might be right. And then later on, I say some shit, and they're like, that's not true. And I'm like, fucking Chino, bro. You know, like
no, but that's what's crazy because like so as my son's putting together more words because you know kids ask why a lot. You know what I mean? They ask why hella, bro. And I was just like, shit. Since he's going through his wife phase, I need to monitor when he's around Chino a little bit more because he'll be like. You know, we'll go by anything like a ambulance or something. He's like, Daddy, like, why the sirens going? I'm like, oh, because they're on the way to an emergency call. He's like, oh, why on the way to? You know, I just go down the rabbit hole of like explaining it, right? Wise. And but I don't know what Chino's gonna tell her. You know what I mean? Chino's gonna be like, oh, because fucking birds hit the fucking skyscraper or something. I don't know.
Yeah, I'm horrible, bro. I'm good around kids, bro. Like for like a few minutes, but I have no patience, bro. And then eventually, like I'm like a kind of person that like I'll give up. Like I'll be like he's breaking this glass, he pees over there, and I'll be like, yo, you, fuck it. Nigga.
Yeah,
like,
but
I don't care no more.
But nigga,
like do it. I'll just clean it up later. Like,
I was I mean,
and then when they ask me why,
balance.
like sometimes I find comedy in telling a kid complete bullshit.
But the thing is, but you never know. This okay. One, before I had a kid, I was fucking bullshit around all kids, right? Yeah. Because I had no siblings, right? And I just couldn't give a fuck, right? And honestly, there's times where with my kid, I'm like tired and shit, and I'll just be like, nigga, like stop, like just shut the fuck up right now. You know what I mean? Like just stop, bro. It's just like all day you've been at me, you hit me in the balls 3 times. Like I'm gonna smack this shit out you, dog. You know what I mean? Like a grown nigga, bro. You know what I mean? But you have to have the patience, right? Because you never know what you're saying, how that's going to imprint on them for years down the road, right? Mm-hmm. Because it's like if you think about your earliest memory, there's some shit that you just believed until like you didn't no more, bro. You know what I mean? Like I used to think just because nobody corrected me that all cats were girls and all dogs were boys, bro.
I used to think the same thing.
I know the same shit too.
But it's just like, and or somebody will tell you some shit and you're just like, oh yeah, that's the truth. And the fucked up part about it is you could be like 19 until you figure out something different because you could say something to a kid that they internalize and don't speak about to nobody else, and they just go through their whole life
because of that one encounter.
Believing that that's how shit works. Yeah. You know what I mean? So like for that, I'm very conscious because you just never know what it is. Because even like, bro, me and my girl, we're just, I was like, back the fuck up. You know what I mean? Like joking. And now my kid will not stop saying, back the fuck up, back the fuck up. You know what I mean? And so now like, you know, at his little pre-K, they taught him like bad word. You know what I mean? So he'll be like, daddy, bad word. You know what I mean? So there's a little regulation going on there, but it's like some parts of your like language and approach to shit has to change, bro.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Because you just realize it has like potential lifetime repercussions if you fuck it up.
It's like my uncle, so like I'll tell y'all the story. So up until 9th grade, like, all right, there's a funny story. I'm not a great speller, but my uncle came from Cuba. He doesn't know how to spell things in English either. You know what I mean?
Okay.
So, like, when I remember, like, in elementary school, I don't remember when, but I know he taught it to me, how to spell the word two. I spelled it toe. T-O-W.
Right.
All the way until 9th grade.
Question is he Cuban?
Is he
Cuban?
Yeah,
of course,
he's from Cuba, dude. Like, he don't speak no English. So I would spell two, T-O-W, all the way until like 8th grade. 8th grade, so one of my teachers like, oh, listen, I know you like you're having trouble spelling, and all of my school years, I was like, damn, bro, like I'm not that bad with spelling, bro.
Yeah.
Like, oh, spell, and it wasn't until like one teacher like she had me like write words down, right? And then I wrote like the only word wrong was 2.
Yeah.
Like she had me write the words down for the numbers. Yeah. And I wrote 2, and then she goes, no, that's TWO. And in my head, I was just like, that doesn't make sense. You know what I mean? Like, no, I've been doing this my whole life. No one told me nothing.
What's funny is, all right, so my son can't spell yet, right?
Yeah.
So sometimes I spell out words so he don't get it. But I can't even spell them out to Chino, nigga, because I'll be spelling them, and both them sitting there clueless, nigga. Bro, I'll be like, hey, I don't want to take river to the PLAYGROUND. And just Chino just sitting there like, this nigga sounding it out and shit, you know what I mean?
And then yo, you with Chino, bro?
You don't want to go to the beach, nigga?
Yeah, and with Chino, bro, he has no filter. He'll be like, PLY. Oh, playground.
Yeah.
And then River's exactly. over there like
Daddy playground.
Yeah, dude.
Facts.
Oh man, dude.
Chino's crazy, bro.
Man, you know what's funny as fuck? One thing about me, I love kids. I love kids. Kids are like I love them. You know, I don't got any kids personally, but like the day I have a kid, honestly, being around his son, I'm gonna be ready. I'm gonna be for sure ready.
Yeah, for sure,
dude. Like, I didn't realize how much patience. Like, I've never dealt with a kid on a very long day-to-day basis more than I started like hanging around more with River and stuff like that, right?
Yeah.
You are really good around kids, though.
Yeah, and dude, I'll be a perfect stepdad. What? Dude, hey, and if you see, bro, there'll be some single moms.
Bad as fuck.
Shit.
Bad as fuck.
Hey, like, damn, why are you single, bro?
Yeah,
what happened, bro? I'll take care of you. Take care of you. I remember prior, like back in the days, I slept with this older lady. I was like 19 years old. I slept with this older lady, and then I met her kid, and I was just like, damn, dog. I'll take care of that kid. I'll take care of that kid.
Good pussy will make you be that shit.
Yeah.
Shit,
the older women, bro, they know what they're doing.
For sure.
Dude,
you know what I mean?
Fuck all that. All right, so I recently went to my sister's school, right?
Okay.
Mind you, this is the same school.
Don't say you fucked her teacher.
What? No.
You went to your sister. This could go a couple ways. You gotta clean up this story quick. You went to your sister's school and?
I went to my sister's school. And she was doing like since the beginning of the school year, whatever. She has this coach, right, that does it with her softball, volleyball, whatever sport it was. And yo, bro, teachers are not the same. Bro, she was so bad.
Oh yeah.
And I looked at her, I'm like, how old are you? She's like, oh, I'm only like 32 or 33 or some shit. I'm like, dude, yo, like, what's up? I need some tutoring classes. I don't know how to spell or write. I need your help.
She probably could actually tutor you.
Yeah, you know, like what grade is your sister in?
My sister is a junior in high school.
In high school? Okay, because usually the hot teachers are in elementary.
Yeah, because you can be young teaching in elementary. You know what I mean?
Can be young. You can't have a 27-year-old teacher in high school.
No,
I feel like that right there is like you're gonna have some.
Yeah,
for sure.
Bro, my school had did you guys ever have this issue? So I had
your school was filled with porn stars.
No. All right. So prior to going to Braddock, I went to Coral Park, right?
All right.
Coral Park, we had this, there was an incident that happened. I don't know if it's true or not. This is just something that I heard in a grapevine that we had a soccer coach that supposedly hooked up with these 2 Cuban chicks. Mind you, they were 18 years old, but since the fact they were still in high school.
Yeah. It makes it a little weird.
It not even weird. It's just, you can't do that, right?
Yeah.
Basically, supposedly, word got around that he got caught in the teacher's elevator with both of those girls.
Oh, yeah?
So
just
my
going at it.
school, I went to Palmetto Senior High School. Shout out Palmetto.
All right.
Now, every year I was there, bro. It's on the news, like, you know, so I'm not telling nothing no one doesn't know about.
Right.
Every year, a teacher fucked a student.
Yeah, I mean,
every year for the 4 years I went to that school, there was the first year one of the football players slept with one of the female teachers.
Right.
The second year, a male teacher cheated on his wife and slept with a student, and his wife worked in the school.
Ooh.
Yeah, that was the most interesting one.
But see, this is the thing, bro. Like, okay, because when people cheat, right? And like, for instance, when somebody fucks like somebody else in their friend group and shit like that.
Yeah.
It's not because I think people are trying to hurt other people. It's just that like, that's why like workplace romance is helping and shit like that. It's just like, if you see somebody every day, there is an attraction that happens. It's a psychological principle, right? So it's just like, when you get close with somebody enough and you're in that environment, you know what I mean? Your attraction and what you think about day to day just has them in it. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So you can start, you know,
because you end up seeing more of that person because you're always at work versus your significant other.
And I think attraction has a lot to do with seeing the same thing all the time.
For sure, bro.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like, no matter how weird it is,
Yeah.
but like people usually like, all right, so my girl is similar to my family. She's Cuban,
Right.
brown hair, brown eyes.
Right,
you know
right.
what I mean? Like, and it's just something I'm used to seeing.
No,
every
it's
day, so.
the whole idea of Oedipus complex, right? It's just like every man, and on the female side, it's called the Electra complex, right? Like every man bases his like attraction off of his mother, right? And women do the same.
Yeah, it was good you said it. I wanted to say it like that, but I couldn't. No, it would have sounded weird.
I'm not smart enough to
I would have
say
been
that.
like, people like to date people that look like their mom.
No,
like,
but the thing is, it's crazy because it's not only looks, right? Because it can be how they talk to you,
Yeah.
right? It could be it comes down to the core of how they made you feel inside, right?
Yeah.
So it's like if you're looking for somebody damaged, most likely you have a damaged relationship with your mother. If you're constantly arguing with your significant other, you probably argued often with your mother. And sometimes you go to the opposite, right? But a lot of times, because our mother, and or if you're a female, your father is the first idea of opposite sex love that you have, that's what you search for, unless you're taking active steps to heal yourself, right? Because like, I'll just use myself as an example, like, there was a lot of yelling in the household, right?
Yeah.
And so you interpret the idea of love as chaos, right? So they're merged together, because then it's like, oh, if this person is just calm when I fucking push their buttons, they must not love me, because that's what it was for the relationship with my mother, right? But then that causes chaos at home, and then you're at home like, why can't I ever get no peace and all this shit? Because you're creating the chaos. You know what I mean? And you know, I think you know, you have to be really, really conscious about that, or else like you just fall into those habits of whatever the base emotion was that you got from your family is what you're gonna have in your relationship.
Yeah. I don't like chaos. I like my girl to be calm, cool, collective. And I don't like explaining myself either. So like sometimes like something will upset me. Like, and it is with anything.
Is
with
that how your dad was at
in
home?
the world? Nah, my dad likes to argue.
Oh yeah?
Yeah, but me, I like to drop things. Like I like.
What about your mom?
Nah, my mom likes to argue.
Oh yeah?
Yeah, my mom don't go around. But it happened to me, but like in a different way. Like I heard them argue so much and so much tension that I was just like, yeah, that's not
for me. Yeah,
not for me.
No, but I think that happens with drugs and shit too, right? Because like sometimes you'll meet somebody that's just like sober 24/7, and you're just like, why? And it's because their parents got hella fucked up at home. They're just like, nah, weed ain't for me, or like coke ain't for me, because they saw it so bad at home. You know what I mean? It could go the other direction too. You know what I mean? But like my dad, for instance, right? So like a lot of people in his family have substance issues. You know what I mean? And he just understood like, all right, in order to get up out of my situation, I have to be the exact opposite. Or I dated the girl before this, my current girl, you know what I mean? Same thing with her family. Her whole family like fucking behaved and acted a certain way, and she was like, okay, whatever they're doing, I'm just gonna do the exact opposite. Yeah. You know what I mean? And she got up out of her situation. You know what I mean? And so I think like it can that's what I'm saying. If you're not conscious, I feel like that's when you slip into whatever they were doing. And if you are conscious, like you said, like where you're just like nah, like that I can't get down like that.
That's like my everyday life, bro. You can ask Chino. Like I'll try to sit there and explain something. Like when we used to work together, you know, we used to be barbacks. I'd be like, bro, you gotta do this like this, and then he'll be like, damn, bro, and he'll do it wrong again, and I'll be like, give me the paper, bro.
Yeah.
And it'd be the most smallest thing in the world too, 9 times out of 10. And it'd just be like, and I noticed that about He's like his OCD. His OCD is like, he likes everything done a certain way, and if it's not done that certain way, he will go out of his way, stop doing whatever he's doing, and put it to the way that he likes it to be done.
Yeah. My pops.
Sometimes like someone could do something right, but like
it's not the way you want it.
Yeah. Like I need it done. Like, nah, man, you're fucking skipping B.
Yeah.
And it's like B is not important, but it has to be done in my head because otherwise something bad's gonna happen.
Yeah, but no, but the order of things and shit like that is important sometimes. You know what I mean? And like to do like, okay, so for me it's like my girl will fold clothes a specific way, right? But I like my clothes folded like really a specific type of way because I like to look at all of them in a way. And I saw what's her name, Marie Kondo. You guys know her?
No.
She had like a Netflix special. She's this little Asian lady that like just cleans houses, right, and made bread from it. But she did this like shirt folding procedure where like all the shirts stand up on their own and you can like see it all, right? And
so you don't have to go through the stack.
Yeah, and so there's two. We have a guest room at our spot, right? And then the master bedroom. The master bedroom has a fucking walk-in closet, right? I gave my girl a walk-in closet just to have all her shit, and I just can't see her shit because she does not give a fuck about how the clothes are on the hanger, shoes everywhere. It's like fucking World War III walking through that bitch. I cannot wake up and start my day like that, bro.
Yeah, dude.
You know what I mean? Like it's not for me.
Completely understand.
Yeah.
Bro.
So I'm just like, what the fuck? And why do you have so many like little things that have no place? Like fucking makeup pencils and fucking. She has a whole vanity table, but none of the makeup's in the vanity table. Nigga. Yeah. It's all around the place. I was like,
yeah,
what
that's the same with my girl. And then and I'm a clean freak, bro. I have OCD, so I like things done organized. But I'd be at my girl's house a lot, you know, when we don't live together yet. Mm-hmm. So, and her room will be so messy, and then she blames me, and I'm just like, nah, man, come to my house, nigga, bro. My house is clean.
Listen,
bro.
nigga, look, like, I swear to you, bro.
I have designated, I have a designated dirty clothes pile. Bro. She thinks that's messy, and I'm like, nah, because it's right here. Nigga. Like your clothes are all the way over there, over here, over there, on the bed. It's not me.
The blaming thing is so funny to me, right? Because besides the empirical proof that are two separate closets, right? Then we have the shared space of everything else, right?
Yeah.
And it's like this too. Like if there's a mess. Nigga, I'm not gonna clean up all of our mess. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
like if there's already shit out, then all right, cool. It's gonna be out, and then the spaces that I have clean, I'm gonna keep clean. But that's why it's important to have like clean habits, right? But the other thing I point to is that our cars, bro, are fucking her car's 24/7 a mess, and my car is always clean. You know what I mean? And I was like, the only two separate things that we have. Just look at them. You know what I mean? But you want to blame me for But adding a kid in there, like, fucking throws everything up in the mix, too, because we can both clean, and then 5 minutes later, just everything on the floor, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And just, my son's over there, like, whipping the dog after he fucking undid all the caps to the marker, you know what I mean? It's just all over the house, you know what I mean? So, I had to let go of some of that because, you know, I talked to somebody who was, like, a mentor of mine, and they were just like, oh, like, are you getting mad at your son and your girl for just existing? You know what I mean? And I was like, I guess. You know what I mean?
But that's how it is sometimes, bro. Like, you know, like I'll get blamed for that small thing that I just like, and I have OCD, so sometimes I'll be like, nah, bro, it's not me. I'm literally diagnosed with something that doesn't let me be like this, bro.
Yeah.
I would go in his office, and this nigga will have everything color coordinated as well as like just everything in this certain way, and I'm just over here like, dude, and if I will move something, bro, this nigga would be like, hey, don't touch my shit. Leave it alone.
No, because but that order is important, bro.
Yeah.
Like it like for creativity, for just like general thinking, like I cannot be in a space that is hella messy and feel comfortable because it's not successful. And I've been to a lot of like very wealthy people's houses, and it's always immaculate, bro.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I do not know like whether they get help to do it, you know what I mean, or it's them themselves. Like the space is clean.
I like
bro.
the empty space clean look. Like some people like a cluttered clean, but I like an empty. Like I like an empty room,
bro.
And like the least stuff I can have, the better. You know,
bro.
what I mean?
I'll be trying.
I'll be throwing away clutter. I'll be throwing away things. I'm like, damn, bro.
But
I needed that shit.
No, but it's okay. You know what I mean? Because like for instance, like even my son has all these shoes that he no longer fits, right? And I like we've donated some of the clothes to people. You know what I mean? Shit like that. But it's been like 6 months since we've done it. So I was just getting it all together, just fucking ready to throw it out. And she's like, no, like it's a thing. Like
girls are hoarders.
Hoarders.
Yeah, hoarders. They're hoarders.
I was just like,
my girl has a receipt from her fucking car insurance from like 4 years ago.
I was like, what are you doing with that, bro?
Why do we have this?
And when are you ever gonna need this?
Or you know what else you have? You know the old iPhone chargers, like the OG ones, like the first iPhone that ever came out with the big one. Like I went to throw it away, she pulled it out of the garbage. garbage can. No, don't throw this away.
I need this.
I'm like, bro,
no, you don't.
That's obsolete, bro. Like,
it doesn't work on anything we have in this house.
bro.
You know what I mean? Like, bro, or fuck, I'll find like Aquaphor. My girl loves putting Aquaphor on her lips. I'm just like, this shit is all the way down, and she has it fucking twisted up and shit like that. I was like, yo, this was done like
yesterday,
5 years ago. You know what I mean? Like, what are you holding on to this for? She's like, no, if I can't find my other one that's in my purse or the one on my vanity, right? Because it's not in the drawer, it's on top of the vanity. You know what I mean? Like, I'm going to use this one. I'm like, no, you're not going to use it. I've picked it up 4 times. You know what I mean? Yeah. But, you know, fucking, these are the concessions that we make. You know what I mean? But sometimes, like when her and my son are out of town, I'm just like, oh, it feels nice to just move the glass and
then I'm here.
In the glass. Then my other son comes through, fucks everything up and steals my clothes.
Oh, man. Anyways, besides all that, how's your guys' weekend going for the most part?
It was going good at the club. We had this artist.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, he pulled up. He shot a video. And, like, at first, like, the way this guy came up to shoot the video, they, like, hit us up, and they're like, yo, we're going to pay to close the club. I'm not disclosing the amount, just so no one asks me. Mm-hmm. But we're going to pay to close the club on Monday. I go, all right, just at nighttime. And I'm like, all right, man, that's fine, bro.
The
like
whole entire
Monday,
night or just...
No, the whole night.
Oh, wow.
Only nighttime.
Oh, that nigga got money.
Yeah, so I was like, all right, bro. We close the club. I tell all the staff not to come. I'm like chilling, and I'm waiting there, and it's been like 2 hours. And I'm like, yo, let me call this thing. I call the manager. You know, I wasn't speaking to the artist directly. I was speaking to the manager. Manager's like, oh, yeah, the artist had a problem. We're not going to be able to come today. We're going to shoot tomorrow. I go, nah, bro. It don't work like that. We already lost money today from you guys not coming. I don't have staff. And they're like, no, you can keep the money. We're going to pay again for tomorrow. I go, nah, because tomorrow's a busier day. Oh, okay. How much is it? It's like, yo, these people got money, bro.
Yeah, for sure.
So I was just thinking like, yo, it's going to be like a regular video. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. So they dropped the other bag. The other check cleared. This check cleared. I'm like, all right. If they don't show up today, bro, fuck. Yeah. Like, I don't care. Yeah. Like, they could pay again.
Yeah.
So they showed up, and, bro, the artist wasn't even there. A whole camera crew with a semi-truck, and then they put a crate in the fucking parking lot. I'm like, yo, they got money.
Yeah.
Bro, this guy, come to find out, he's like a popular artist. So
yeah, that's hard. Tell us who it is off camera.
Yeah. I could tell you on camera. It's Mora. Mora. He's a new upcoming artist.
Okay. Mora.
Yeah, Mora. M-O-R-A. So
okay. I don't listen to Guala Guala Digi Digi shit.
He does. He listens to whatever the girls listen to.
Dude, I'm drunk enough.
The other day, when we're on the phone earlier before the podcast, and he was quoting ski. You know what I mean? So I don't want to hear.
Tell us a story. Go ahead.
Yeah. So I answered the phone. I'm like, yee. Like, yo. And he goes, you just said ski. I go, nah, bro. I go, are you about to roast me because you think I'm listening to what's her name?
Sexy Red.
Yeah, Sexy Red. And then I go, when I know you listen to it now because you just said that.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
And then next, I spit a whole entire fucking verse. Like,
wow.
Yeah. He spit the whole verse from the song. I was like, bro, like, don't even.
I mean,
I listen to female artists.
Sexy Red she can spit. You know what I mean?
Definitely.
Shout out Better Call Sal. He's the one who engineered that shit. He's lit as fuck.
Fire.
Yeah, fire as fuck. But it is hard to listen to like the real like city girl music because one, even if the bars are hard, it's not like a nigga can sing along to it. You know what I mean?
Bro.
If I'm drunk enough, best believe.
Yeah, when I'm drunk, I'm like, what's that song that Cardi B had?
No,
I'm like,
go ahead.
When I'm like my best friend. Oh, like the one.
Yeah, with Glorilla. With Glorilla.
Yeah.
I was just gonna say that's the one because like I fuck with Glorilla even though she talk like this, nigga. You know what I mean? And I think maybe that.
I like that.
Does she remind you guys? Does she remind you gues of? You ever watch Ice Age? Sid.
You interrupt a lot to switch the conversation.
No, I've seen that meme though. I've seen that meme. Yeah. But she got them buckaroos, boy. She got her teeth done, and them motherfuckers like. You know what I mean? But
she's a whole new girl now.
She can spit though. Like if you really listen to it, and then Cardi can spit too. But the nigga who writes her lyrics is the one that's the real star. His name's Partisan Fontaine. And that nigga is
it's a guy?
the truth. Yeah. All right, so check it out.
What?
This nigga has a story because how he even got to Cardi, right, was he was becoming like his own artist, right? And because a lot of songwriters first try like their personal journey within the artistry, right? So they put out their own music. And he had written a song of a dude and a girl going back and forth, right? And it was like hella sexual and shit like that. And the lyrics, his niggas were just like, bro, you can't say that shit. Like, it sound like, I know you coming from the female perspective, but it sounds gay because you're not changing your voice or nothing. You just spitting it. You know what I mean? Yeah. Like, it sound, they're from, I think he's from New York. So it was like, niggas are pause, nigga. You know what I mean? Like type shit. Yeah. And then Cardi heard it, you know what I mean? And it took Cardi's game to a whole new level, having Party, write for her. Okay. And all credit to Cardi. Cardi can spit though. You know what I mean? Like if she couldn't pull it off, it wouldn't work. You know what I mean?
Some people think because I don't get my lyrics written for me, but some people think because someone gets their lyrics written for them that they didn't really make it. But bro, there's a lot that goes into just the look and the way you present yourself and the way you spit it on the track.
For sure.
Like, people like to knock down Drake because he has a ghostwriter, but it's like, bruh.
Have you heard the Quentin Miller reference tracks?
No.
Okay, so you should look at them, bro. They have their tracks out there that Drake used, right, from Quentin Miller. And it sounds not even, like, close. Like, it wouldn't have been a hit. Yeah, had Drake not, because the delivery of Drake is so, like, just the way he puts emphasis on shit and how he delivers it. You're like, I believe that nigga. You know what I mean? Whereas Quentin, it sounded dope and the flow's the same, but it's just like it's not it, bro.
Yeah, bro.
You know what I mean? So a lot
has to do with the delivery.
Yeah, a lot goes into it, bro. And even just like cadence, just because like Drake would hold out a note just like a millisecond longer and it flowed a little better, you know what I mean? Or the way he would say his vocals just cut through the mix a little different, bro. But have y'all heard this new Burna Boy album?
No.
Do you listen to Burna Boy?
No.
Yeah, you do. Yes, you do. I actually.
Do you know Outcast, Last? Everybody go to breakfast, shy yo. Yeah, all right. So that nigga has a new album out.
Yep.
Who's in its fucking, besides the songwriting and all that shit, it is mixed incredibly, bro. I need to find out who that mix engineer is because that shit is insane, bro. They're doing crazy shit with like the reverbs and they have like these cool ass delays on it. It's just like it sounds very tribal because like Burna Boy's from Africa, you know what I mean? And so they do a lot of like vocal stacking where there's like a whole bunch of people in the background singing along, right? Because it gives you that feeling of like, yo, I'm with my niggas and we're all singing this shit together, you know what I mean? And the fucking sound of it is just so dope, bro. It's like, it's really dope. It's a fire album. I suggest everybody go listen to that shit.
I mean, the one thing I did, fun fact about Burna Boy, that like all his music is so positive. Like, it's great. Like, I realized I've not only being around Suge and as well as around you feel me? You make your own music, you're an artist, etc. As well as you yourself, you're behind the scenes, as well as you also make your music. And on top of that, you have a lot of knowledge when it comes down to the music industry. I learned how because in my mind back in the day was just like, oh, the artist is the one who's just doing everything, you know what I mean? I didn't realize behind the scenes, if it just like, don't get me wrong, yes, he is the face, but the faces you don't see are the ones that don't get enough credit, because those are the people that are making the music sound great. Those are the ones that are doing the publicity or whatever the case may be. And it's just like listening to something different in an aspect of like not always listening to like drill shit, city girls in that aspect. Like, bro, it's actually cool, you know.
Yeah, I don't like to go to concerts that have like you know, this is controversial what I'm gonna say. I don't really like to go to rap concerts.
Yeah, because I don't think that's like controversial. People, I don't want to get shot.
People after like I love YoungBoy, but I'm never going to his concert.
Oh yeah.
Like if he ever has a concert, I'm not going because like people get so violent, bro. Versus when I go to like concerts like the Brent Fayez, like, you know what I mean.
I've never been to a concert.
And everyone's just so positive. Like, niggas is leaving. You've never been to a concert?
I don't know, bro. It's just like, it's never caught my attention. There's never been an artist I want to be like, you know what, bro? I want to go see you. Like,
yeah, bro. Even seeing an artist you haven't seen that you don't care about is fire.
Bro, like, going to a concert for me is a must, bro. Like, well, I grew up around concerts. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I grew up going to concerts all the time, just because my dad's a music director, right? So he specifically for the live shows, he would put together the band, right? Mm-hmm. And so I was around a lot of really great concerts early on, right? And like I grew up on Whitney Houston's World Tour. You know what I mean? So I saw it like at the highest level. And when you go to a concert, the beautiful thing is you get to experience like the whole all the album is for the concert, bro.
That's why I could describe it as like if you go to like a football game or a baseball game.
And also when you go to a concert is when you're really supporting the artist.
Yeah, because that money is going to them. You know what I mean? And it's just like artist having a solid performance can make me a fan of the artist. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And it's just like an important thing, bro, because like, yeah, you're right. It's like going to a game because you're there. And like, for instance, my girl mostly really fucks with Nav, right? So we went to a Nav concert, worst concert I've ever been to. Because he's a nerd, nigga. He's dope, but he's like a little producer nerd. No energy and shit like that.
Kind of, he's in my zip.
Yeah.
That guy, right?
And it sounds good and he has cool melodies. But like if you go to a Travis concert, I went to a Travis concert.
Oh, fire.
Before people were getting killed. And
you see, it's exactly what I'm saying.
Exciting.
Exciting.
But I went to a Travis concert. This was early on, right? So because now Travis has his auto-tune set to sound like the album. He borrowed a lot from Kanye, right?
Yeah.
But I went to an early Travis concert where there was no effects on the mic. So there's a lot of singing parts that Travis can't hit without auto-tune. But this nigga did not give a fuck, would sing out of key, but would be raging. And the fans knew the song, right? And his energy on stage, I was just like, I fuck with this nigga. You know what I mean? Just like he has a vision for himself that like transcended anything like sonically that could happen.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So I was just like, even though it doesn't sound great, you know what I mean? He is like fucking controlling that crowd. It felt like I was in a cult.
You know who I would have loved to see live, bro? XXX Tentacion.
Oh, I'm sure he was crazy.
Yeah, bro. He's kind of like Travis, like really controls the crowd, just like X was able to control the crowd.
Sure.
Like that Rolling Loud is legendary of him walking on the fans, bro.
Yeah.
Like, and they're just holding his feet as he's walking.
But you know what I heard about X is that he studied cults. You know what I mean? Like he studied cults, you know what I mean? Because he that's why there's a term cultivating, right? He cultivated that fan base to fuck with everything he did, right? And so on the flip side, right? Like, okay, so in my generation, I'm the same age as Drake, right? So like like my homies and shit
87.
like that. So my homies and shit would fucking not fuck with Drake because we saw him I was listening to like Jeezy and fucking, you know what I mean, like real gangster street niggas, you know what I mean? And Drake, because like my girl who's 9 years younger than me, right? She fucking like saw Drake on Degrassi, you know what I mean? And he was older than her.
Yeah, so that's the Drake I got.
Yeah, so they exactly. So they always had him on a pedestal, you know what I mean? Didn't see anything that he was doing weird. But when I was listening to rap music, niggas were like, what the fuck? Like singing ass nigga, you know what I mean? All this shit, right? And so I remember I was going to USC at the time and Drake was performing there, right? And I went to this concert and Drake's live performance and like the quality of the production was so raw that it turned me into a fan. You know what I mean? Where I was just like, oh no, this nigga is like a real superstar. You know what I mean? Like hard ass niggas like that didn't want to act fucking like they were into it. Were singing all the R&B songs. You know what I mean? And then the lights and shit like that. Like he was
definitely a superstar.
This was like 2010, right? Yeah. So this is like
early Drake.
This is early Drake. No beard Drake, nigga. You know what I mean? But he was controlling
the Drake.
Yeah, exactly. But I think he had that song, "Stay Scheming." Niggas trying to. Do you guys know that? It bothers me when the guys are acting like little bros.
I will tell you this though, Drake. I remember when he came to Miami, and he came to a high school, Miami High. Actually, I didn't attend Miami High, but I had friends who actually went there. And dude, when I tell you that the amount of chaos that man brought to that high school.
Oh, I'm sure.
Bro, it was ridiculous. This guy, and he even came out on that song. What was the name of that song? Bad Thing. No, it wasn't that one. Fuck, I can't remember.
God's Plan.
God's Plan. There you go, bro.
Oh, how'd you know?
Because I be watching Drake.
But actually, if I ever to go to a concert, I mean, as of right now,
we gotta take you to a concert,
never,
bro.
I've honestly, personally, have never had interest to go to a concert.
I like R&B concerts more.
Yeah,
I like R&B concerts if the artist does not use the auto tune. Like I want to hear the actual voice.
No.
Bro. Like Brett.
Let me tell you.
Okay, they use.
Let me tell you this. Every concert you go to, the artist, if they're singing, has auto tune. I guarantee you.
But
it might
there's
be
a difference between there's a difference between not being able to hear his voice and then the song. You know what I'm saying?
I'm saying like sometimes it's the effect. You don't want to go to a Future concert and not have him have auto tune. You don't want to go to a Travis Scott concert and not have him not have auto tune.
Not for them.
Even a Kanye.
I'm talking about R&B only.
But even R&B, bro. Like okay, so Tory, who can really sing, would have hella auto tune at his concerts, bro. Which is fine. It sound because bro, auto tune done well, live auto tune just makes them not hit bad notes. And the thing is, if you even your favorite singer, bro, because they're moving and they're out of breath and shit like that, they are not singing perfectly, bro. You know what I mean? Like it's rare that like the last people do it, like a James Brown, Michael Jackson, a Whitney Houston, Mariah Carey. You know what I mean? Like they trained for that, but now you have to do so much as an artist, bro, that like they're more concerned with putting on a quality show. And with social media, you can't be out of key, bro. You know what I mean? You're forever fucked. So it's
What's
more
his name
it's
was
more of
out
a
key
safety
that
net.
one time, The Weeknd.
I'm sure, but nigga, the thing is, look, bro,
I like to hear live shit sometimes.
Yeah, but nigga, you're performing fucking like once a night, getting minimal sleep. Fucking, you have to talk to people. You have to do press shit. You know what I mean? Like, you could just have an off night, bro. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, you know, he might have fucked like 3 girls before. You know what I mean? And drank the night before. Did a little coke. I think he got caught with coke. You know what I mean? Like, yeah, shit. Oh no, Bruno Mars. You know what I mean? Like that shit fucks with your vocals, bro. But you want to be living that rock star lifestyle and give a good performance. So I condone auto tune, nigga. People have this idea.
No, I don't condone auto tune. I want everyone to know I use auto tune. You know what I'm saying? Everyone uses it.
Yeah.
Right? Even if you're the best singer ever.
Yeah.
It's just sometimes I want to hear
that
live that pureness.
Yeah.
Like, you know, because like the ears get so used to hearing that perfection that sometimes I want to hear some imperfection.
That's facts. That's facts.
I want to hear you hit the note.
Yeah.
Like, bro, hearing people sing live to me is just so much more like fulfilling.
Yeah.
Like it just like I'm just like, damn, bro, like I could really feel this person singing versus having it all perfect. You know what I mean?
That's facts, bro.
Now I don't disapprove of auto tune.
No, you're right. You're right.
Like I like to hear live, and like if I'm gonna go to a concert, you know, because I've been to a couple. Like I like rap concerts, you know, but like R&B concerts, like I wanna hear some live instruments. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
I don't want to hear the actual beat. I want some live instruments.
Of course.
Then I want to hear your voice. You know what I mean? Like,
do you guys know who Gary Clark Jr. is?
Of course
no.
not.
He said, of course not. Who's Gary Clark Jr.?
Gary Clark Jr. is like a black country singer, and he's fire, bro. And he would do this. He would do this act right where he had like a little wooden like block that he would use as a drum. They mic'd it, right? And he would use it as like a little kick drum, and then he'd play guitar and just sing. Yeah, and that shit was raw,
like Nirvana unplugged.
Oh yeah,
bro.
but no, but that's what I'm saying. But nigga, and the thing is, Kurt Cobain, you know what I mean, didn't even have like an incredible voice. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
He just he was a master at using all that God gave him to its fullest, bro.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like I think that's the goal of life, right? Is to not compare yourself to anybody else, bro, because that just creates envy. But it's to accept with whatever gifts you have and wring the best life that you can out of that, bro. You know what I mean? Like early on, like I knew like, nigga, I wasn't gonna be in the NBA, you know what I mean? Or even like I said, when people would be like, oh, like you're short. I mean, like, nigga, that doesn't get at me. Like, I'd come to the realization that I was short like a long time ago, right? And it's just like, but I'm happy with me. So can't no nigga say anything against me that's gonna make me like, oh man, like I'm mad. You know what I mean? Like I never wanted to be a tall nigga, bro. Like on everything I love.
Let me ask you this now, since you were one of the shortest people in your friend group, right? Did you ever?
You don't even know who his friend group was.
I only kick it with short niggas.
No, I was always the shortest nigga in my group, but I will tell you this.
He was just assuming.
I was tall in high school, bro. Not till I got to high school. I mean, middle school. I was tall in middle school. When I got to high school, I was short.
I was big in like the stomach area in middle school.
Yeah, we're not talking about weight.
Nah, but dude, since you were like, okay, maybe not the tallest in your group, but was it a lot more easier?
Short ass nigga.
Meanwhile, he's like half an inch taller than me.
Dude. Bro, I got my forces on, bro. I'm a foot taller.
Dude. But I gotta continue.
Yo, so long story short, like, was it easier for you to like just like? Did you get more women?
But that's okay. So that's what I'm gonna say. One. All right, so I'm short, but God bless me in other ways, right?
Yeah.
And then number two, I always felt that like taller niggas had less personality. You know what I mean? And like I was just always loud and had to command attention. So because of that, you know what I mean? Like honestly, I feel I might catch some flack for this. I'm not discriminating, but I feel like short people age better, bro. Like it's just less harm on the body. You know what I mean? In terms of like, you know what I mean? Like if you see like a lot of like people that went through puberty early because of their pituitary gland, right? They end up balding early. They end up, you know what I mean? Like just having.
His nigga's like, yo, he's not even tall. He's like 5'6". I think I'm the tallest one here. I'm 5'7".
You might be, but
you're not 5'7".
I'm 5'7", dude.
So am I.
Yeah, right.
My license says I'm 5'8". I'm only saying I'm 5'7".
Yeah, you can tell your license whatever size you want.
Of course.
I put I'm 6 foot. They're like, all right, 6 foot.
Especially in Florida. No. But I was just saying, like, bro, I think because of that, yes, I did though. I did get more than tall niggas, and I think it was also because probably I had a little something to prove too. Yeah. So I was like, you know what, my mouthpiece is gonna be on point, my body gonna be on point, like all of that shit is gonna be and can't nobody say no shit against me. But that's what I'm saying. I probably it's been a detriment at sometimes, but I always thought really highly of myself, nigga. Yeah. And like I said, from being an only child, nobody told me like I could just look in the mirror and go like, and nobody say like, nigga, what the fuck are you doing? You know what I mean? Because my parents were just like, all right, just do whatever the fuck you want. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. And so because of that, nigga, I walked with my chest out and fucking still do, bro. You know what I mean? Like fucking. What?
Been uncomfortable the whole pod. This nigga thinks I'm trying to scoot towards him. But. Yeah, like, bro, like I dealt with a different problem, bro. You know, I have a lazy eye. Yeah. Like now, it's not that noticeable, especially when you start getting to know me for so long. Like you won't even notice it. Yeah. But like in high school, I mean middle school, high school people are more mature. Middle school, like I'd always get shit for it, and in my head, like, bro, like I had lost my virginity at like 14. Mm-hmm. So like I was already like, yeah, I'm the shit. Mm-hmm. Bro, and my family did the same thing. They all call me handsome and stuff. Like, bro, in like middle school and people would be like, shut up, cross-eyed. And then I'd be like, nigga, like, you're still a virgin, nigga. Like, but you can't talk smack until you get your dick wet, dog. Like, you know what I mean?
It's funny, right? Yeah. Because
and I think it's cause I was cross-eyed. That was like, so like I was like, nah. Because I need to prove myself every day.
It strengthens you though, because but I'm saying it could go one of two ways, right? Because it's weird because those
that or I could be a school shooter. One of them.
No, but you don't. No, really though. But because you don't want to live in high school, right? But like because you're going through puberty, a lot of people define themselves lifelong by things that happened in high school, right? Yeah. So like, because I'll talk to niggas and be like, oh yeah, I'm an athlete. I'm like, nigga, you were 310 pounds and not in a good way. Like, what are you talking about? You're an athlete because they played in high school. You know what I mean? Yeah. So they still have that in their mind, right? Yeah. But it can go like that's why I think your familial situation and your life at home is so important because like you're gonna go through shit, bro. Like in those middle school years, kids are vicious, nigga. They're little.
You need to get bullied.
They're little sociopaths.
Kids need to get bullied.
Nigga, bro, I got hazed so hard because I was a freshman on the varsity team, right? And these niggas would literally like I went to a boarding school too, co-ed boarding school, but I went to a boarding school. These niggas would whoop my ass, bro. But it was a rite of passage because by sophomore year, year, I was so like, that I killed it playing football, bro. But it was because I went through that shit. Like niggas would just come up to me and go, boom, and sock me in the chest, right? And it hurt at the time, you know what I mean? But I knew it was like,
man, that shit ain't hurt.
Yeah, exactly. But it toughens you up. Like, nigga, like, what? Like, what can you do to me, nigga?
Yeah, bro. Like, I used to get bullied in like middle school, bro. Like hard, bro. Like 6th grade year. And then like one day I was just like, this is why I think kids need to get bullied, because the world's too soft nowadays. You know what I mean? In middle school, I used to get bullied, jumped, bro. Niggas stole my glasses and then broke them shits. And then, bro, like one day I was just like, nah. Next nigga, bro, he's gonna get it, bro. Yeah. And my dad didn't care. My dad was just like, bro, sometimes you gotta toughen up. You know, my dad was like, he didn't get involved in my school life. Like he only got involved like if it was like some serious shit. Right. And my stepmom, she was living her own life. Yeah. But so like I was like dolo in my school. My brother, my sister went to different schools. So while I was getting bullied, in my head I'm just like, bro, today, the next nigga that runs up on me, I'm socking him. And what happened, bro? I remember one of them came, he flicked my ear, and I went, BOM! Yeah. But from that day on, no one fucked with me. 7th grade year, someone fucked with me, BOM! Like, you just splacking them, BOM! Like, yo, you can say whatever you want to say, but I'm gonna fuck you up. Yeah. Because then now, now I don't care. Now I don't fight. Yeah. But now they say things, I'm just like,
because you know whatever. You can, though. Yeah. But the thing...
That's why bullying's important, bro.
But the thing is, the danger with bullying, right, is that because people have an out and can say that it's bad immediately, right, they never get the lesson that comes from it. So now when people get bullied, when kids get bullied, because they
look at themselves as a victim.
No, yeah, they think like, oh, that shouldn't be happening to me. Then they internalize it. And unfortunately with social media too, bro, it's a lot. So because kids, there's a higher rate in suicide since social media's come out, right, amongst adolescents. Yeah. And so the fucked up thing is that you have these parents intervening, right? You have these parents stepping in on their kid's behalf, which just makes the kid feel weaker and more powerless.
Soft, bro.
Yeah, exactly.
I'm glad my parents never came to the school and pulled up, because that would be so embarrassing.
But fortunately, fortunately, you had the soul that was strengthening, because there are some kids that get bullied that don't respond like that.
Dude, my mom called me a bitch, and she's like, "You better fucking stand up for yourself and stop being a pussy."
And you still are a bitch. No, he is. No, I've seen Chino swing. That nigga got some hands. Nice. But I was just saying, like, if you might by chance have a kid that is soft, bro. You know what I mean? My kid for sure ain't. You know what I mean?
Nah, my kid can't be soft, bro.
Nigga,
bro, River will pull up to you and be like, "Hey, nigga, you want to fight?" I'm like, what?
Bro, he told you that. I walked into the house the other day, and little homie just ran up on me and went,
no, like, okay, so she had, I was working, she took him to this little, like, they have like this little bounce house thing, right? Yeah. Fire. And there was this little 5-year-old that was being rough with all the kids, right? And my son is 2, by the way. I mean, he's about to be 3 in October, but like, you know, the kids just bouncing around and knocking kids over and shit like that.
Mind you, this kid was 5 years old. This kid was 5.
And so he just kept on bouncing around. And finally he comes over to River and bounces and boom, right? And so River just gets up, looks at him and goes, bah! And just smacks him open hand like a bitch. And
bro, kid started crying.
Kid starts crying his eyes out. You know what I mean? And I'm like, you know, somebody got to.
But that's important, bro. Yeah. Like you don't understand. You know, that. Like the world trying to end bullying is not like in our nature, bro. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Like every animals have bullies too, bro. Nigga, so like you need bullying, because not only if you let that kid get off easy. Let's put it in the perspective of the bully, right? If you let him get off easy, give him detention, give him this, give him CSI, whatever you want to do, suspend him. Like you're just preparing the nigga to go to jail, bro.
For sure.
It's fine. For sure. He needs to get his ass beat and realize, yo, you know, some people are not to be fucked with. Yeah. Because once, bro, I remember I beat, like there was someone bullying me in middle school, same kid, and I beat his ass so bad, bro. Like embarrassed him. That he was like around high school, I ran into him again, and he was a good kid, bro. You know what I'm saying?
See, like it's like this, bro. When you're young like that, because life's gonna be fucked up to you down the road, regardless, right? Yeah. So when you're young like that, it's the same thing when kids play like little taught football, right? Because you're not big enough to really get rocked, but you're learning about like, oh, like if this person comes at me hard, like I'm gonna get tackled, right? Yeah. In that same way in life, like, when you're a kid and the repercussions aren't that bad, you need to go through some trauma, bro. You know what I mean? Some light trauma because you can bounce back from anything at those ages, right? But like it's when everybody is in this little fucking safety net, and then they get to adulthood and they don't know how to deal with confrontation.
Because the real world ain't like they're trying to save everybody in high school, and it's like, and in schools, and it's like, bro, like you should let that shit go down, because sometimes people need to learn that the real world, it's not soft out here. Like, bro, all your crying bullshit, bro. Like, nobody, nigga, that's not my problem, bro.
Nobody gives a fuck.
Bro. You're not. You can't run to no one, bro. Like, no one's gonna be there to protect you when you're out of school.
You're not gonna have a safe space.
Yeah,
like,
you're not. There's no bullying. There's no bully box where you report someone. Like, nah, bro. You're gonna get bullied, and the bullying out here is different. They're gonna take your shit, and then you're gonna call the cops, and no one knows who that guy is because you've never seen that guy in your life.
For sure. Or the craziest shit is when niggas think they super tough, and because like didn't nobody check them when they were younger, and they haven't been in an environment where they've seen like fucked up shit, bro, and they get into the real world and pop that shit against somebody that ain't playing.
Exactly. That's why I'm saying that's why bullies need to be bullies.
Yeah.
I mean, shit, I remember this one time that
everyone gets bullied, man.
Facts.
Yeah.
I remember this one time when I was growing up, right? I went to the park, whatever. Some kid, I got into this was like my first ever fist fight, bro. I had no idea how to fight, bro. I was like in fucking 6th grade, 5th grade, some shit like that. Nigga,
nah, just kidding.
I choked this nigga out just the other day.
But
oh, you gotta tell that story now.
Oh yeah, bro. Hey, jiu-jitsu. Right, hey, anybody who has never done jiu-jitsu, you should try it. That shit's fucking fire. But dude, so I had my first ever fight. Dude, I'm fighting. I got my ass beat. Obviously, I had no idea how to fucking fight. I go back to my mom's. I go back to my mom, bro. My mom beat me to shit. She's like, and you didn't fight back? Bro, my mom beat me, took me back to the park, made me fight the kid. Not once, but twice until I won. Like, I just got sick of it. I kicked the kid in the fucking nuts. Oh, man, that shit was crazy. Like, ever since that day, I was like, bro, I'm never backing down from a fight. And I was never a bully type of person in in school, period, or even as I grow older. I have a very soft heart, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And
because you're a bitch.
No. But I have a very soft heart.
That shit's important, bro.
Yeah,
like, you know, sometimes
having compassion is
sometimes
important,
your kid learns to walk. You gotta give him a little push and let him get up himself. Like,
for sure. No, when my son falls, you know what I mean? Because like it's our first kid, right? So early on we'd be like, "Oh no!" And now it's just like, "Bro, get up!" And all of a sudden he'll fall and just get up. Like,
he's a good actor. He's an amazing actor.
Yeah. We're gonna make a YouTube channel for him. This boy, bro.
We're gonna interview him.
We need to. But we've gone. We're like at an hour 10.
Hour 10. All right, guys, and that's the Vice City Mafia podcast. We're gonna hit you back next week. Every Sunday we dropping a podcast. Make sure y'all guys like, subscribe, leave a comment, and tell us what you want us to talk about in the next pod, man. We're gonna talk about it always, bro. We always have our ears open.
That's facts.